Hey there, welcome to Pro Shows, small episodic clips where I take gaming tips, break them down so that you may use them yourself. In this episode, we're going to be looking at Black Myth Wukong and the special skill of seeing through. Now if you followed any of my playthroughs or seen any of my clips, you'll know I love a good parry. Nothing better to knock an enemy off balance and take advantage. Which is why when I played Black Myth Wukong, I was a little bit disappointed that there was no parry function there, or so I thought. So I played through the whole game without thinking there was any effective parry system. There's a dodge system, which is great, but I didn't think there was any parry system until I took a closer look. Now before we get into it, I want to give a quick spoiler warning. To show some of these techniques, I'm going to be using the first 3 or 4 bosses within Black Myth Wukong. So if you've not seen them, avoid the rest of the video. If you have seen them, carry on, there'll be no more spoilers about the rest of the game. So what exactly is seeing through? Seeing through is an ability within the Black Myth Wukong tech tree that allows you to interrupt an enemy's attack, counter with your own, and negate any damage that may have come from the enemy's attack. Now for me, Black Myth doesn't give a great explanation as to what seeing through is, apart from a few lines within one of the skill points. Seeing through is a sub-ability of the resolute counterflow skill point, which is obtained under the smash stance. The way I like to go about explaining these things is by using a little demonstration. And we'll use the Bull Vanguard from episode 1 to start off. Now let's stop the action there because that was a good example of seeing through. I'll rerun the footage at slower speed and explain what's going on. I start off with light attacks to the Bull Vanguard. The Vanguard responds with an overhead axe smash. As the axe is about to hit me, I hit the heavy attack button. I jump, I get a red aura and I counter the Vanguard without taking any damage. Now let's rewatch that in real time. Seems simple, right? Not quite. There are a few conditions that you need to meet in order to be able to pull this off. Without those conditions, you're just going to get clubbered. So in order to make a successful seeing through counterattack, there are 4 conditions you need to meet. Number 1, you need to have the resolute counterflow skill point active. That's located in the tech tree under the smash stance. Doesn't matter what you try beforehand, you'll never achieve it if you don't have that skill point. Number 2, you need to have an active focus point. This is the icon in the bottom right of your screen, which will show a gold circle for every focus point you have. The third condition is you need to be mid-light combo. This is very important and I'll go through this in a little bit of detail later in the video. The fourth condition, and probably the hardest to achieve, is knowing when you're going to be hit by an attack. So the first 2 conditions are very straightforward to get. You awaken the skill point and you hit stuff to build up your focus meter. Simple enough. Now let's look at the combo. The smash stance has a 5 move combo, which if you just press the light attack button, you'll do in completion. I'll demonstrate that here. We have a strike to the left, a strike to the right, a 360 strike, what I call an all around the body strike, and then a jumping smash. What's important for a successful seeing through attack is that your light attack combo is between the second input and your 4th input. So the strike to the right and what I call the all around the body. If you've not made the second input and started the animation for that strike to the right, or in the jumping smash phase, the seeing through will fail, as deftly demonstrated by myself in this clip. I'll slow it down to show you what happened. I start my light attack combo and I'm going through all 4 inputs, which takes me to the rotation around the body attack. Stupidly this time I hit the input one more time, which puts me into a jumping smash. I can't perform a seeing through attack and Linkchusha devastates me. So remember, you have to be between the second and before the 5th input in that light attack combo to successfully pull off a seeing through. There is one exception to that. Later in the game you'll have the ability to have your light attack combos not be interrupted by a dodge. So it's feasible that you can perform a seeing through attack straight after a dodge if you were in the middle of your light combo. Which leads me into a nice point about the combo. The combo doesn't need to be hitting anything for it to be initiated. I'll demonstrate that with another example using Linchusha. Now let me slow that down again. You'll see I initiate the combo well away from the enemy. As Linchusha approaches, I then hit the heavy attack, and because I'm mid-combo, I get the seeing through. Now for the fourth and most difficult aspect, knowing when you're going to be hit. As with all good games, there's no substitute for trial and error and practice and hard work. Just like parries, seeing through is not an easy technique to learn. It takes a lot of practice. Here is something that I observed when I was learning to do seeing through. If I was able to pull off a perfect dodge, that would signify to me that is the time to hit the heavy attack. So I would practice to try and get the combos in the middle of that attack and just try and see what happened. If you get the timing wrong, you'll just initiate a resolute counterflow strike and not a seeing through one. A word of warning though, a seeing through attack will only protect you for the attack that is about to hit you, not for any follow-ups, but with enough practice and enough focus points, you can perform consecutive seeing through attacks. As you progress through the game, more skill points will be made available to you, allowing you to add additional attacks to your seeing through, either through an additional combination or an additional heavy attack known as a Skyfall. But for now, I think we've covered enough of seeing through to enable you to use this in your own playthroughs and start to see the benefit. If this edition of Pro Shows was helpful to you, leave me a like, leave me a subscribe, and you'll be notified when I put new content on either through my Pro Shows or my playthroughs. Hey there, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, take a look at the cards for other videos from my channel that you might enjoy. Otherwise, if you're short on time, leave me a like and subscribe, which shows your support, but also lets you know when I put new content out. Equally, follow me on Twitch so you can catch me when I'm live. That's it from me. Until next time, Moriarty out.